Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Thursday, October 3rd, and we are here trying to help you make better financial decisions. The way we do that is we encourage you to actually go to do a bit of work. Go to our website, jillonmoney.com. When you're there, on the upper right-hand corner, there is a Contact Us button. Click that button and a form will pop up. That form that you complete is the email that we receive, just like Debbie's email, and that's where we are starting the show. Debbie writes, "Hi, Jill and Mark. Could you please give your opinion on whether or not you think we will be okay? I am 65. My husband is 66. We are both retired. I have $170,000 in a traditional IRA, $280,000 in a Roth IRA. My husband has $150,000 in a traditional IRA and $160,000 in a Roth IRA. We also have $240,000 in a brokerage account that has bonds and CDs. We also have $65,000 in a money market account. It's earning about 4% right now. Okay, here we go. We both have pensions, which we are collecting. Oh my gosh. So Debbie has a state pension, $3,700 gross per month, no cost of living adjustment. Okay, so that's important to remember. My husband has a state pension, $3,100 per month. He also does not have a COLA, but he does have a military pension of $1,300 a month, which does have a COLA. Wow. All the pensions have a 50% survivor benefit. Also, my husband is collecting Social Security, $2,450 a month. I'll collect mine in January of next year. Mine will be $2,550 a month. Okay, so I don't want to delay beyond that date. I've got a chronic health condition. Okay, very smart, Debbie. Good. No life insurance or long-term care insurance, and she is not eligible for long-term care due to her condition. Okay, the expenses, $7,200 a month. Gang, let's do the math. This looks like they're fine, right? Because there's 37, so there is $6,800 with no COLA assets. But on top of that, there'll be another $6,300 with COLA. So this all looks pretty good. And their Medicare supplement is through the military. They're great. This is not a problem. So the house is paid for. It's worth $340,000. Okay, here's the deal. My son and his family recently moved to Europe permanently. We would like to travel there several times a year. I don't know how much that's going to cost. I'm thinking maybe another 25 grand a year. Once we're not able to travel, I would still spend money to have them come to see us. Okay. Since our pensions and my husband's Social Security more than cover our current expenses, I'm thinking my Social Security will cover the travel costs. Our investments would be used when we need something to do in the house, maybe a new car, or even long-term care. Do you think this plan sounds feasible? I guess the only problem would be if one of us were to die, since the survivor income would then drop. But the expenses should also be slightly less for just one person versus two. Okay. My biggest fear is to run out of money or not being able to pay for long-term care. Ideally, we would love to leave an inheritance to our son, but of course realize that may not be possible. We just want to be certain we have enough to cover any long-term care needs. I listened to several financial podcasts. You give the best advice, in my opinion. Well, thank you, Debbie. I know this is long. I did want to just give you a full, accurate picture since I was too scared to come on the air live. Thank you so much. Here's the deal. I think you guys are fine. But more importantly, here's what I really want to think about. Is it okay for you to just take a breath here? Can you just say, whatever the decisions you've made, they're kind of already made. You've got the pensions, and that's wonderful. And even though there is no cost of living adjustment, you have other money that will be adjusted for inflation. Again, the military pension and 2 Social Security checks. I don't know if we can really do much about the fear of needing that money for long-term care because you are where you are. So I hope you go out, you visit your kid, you have a good time. Don't worry so much about leaving an inheritance. I think you are okay. And if you have any follow-up questions, I feel very comfortable saying, please just let us know. But I think you should be fine. And you'll see where your life leads you. But for now, enjoy what you have. Thank goodness for those pensions. Very good. Okay, Dan writes, should I keep whole life long-term care insurance? Okay, Dan says that he and his wife both have something called convertible whole life insurance, which can be used for long-term care if necessary. They decided to buy $125,000 for him, $250,000 for his wife back in 2019 instead of purely long-term care because that annual premium was very high for his wife. They have current 20-year term premium, which is expensive. $6,000 for him, $7,800 for his wife. We've paid for 5 years. The insurance benefit grows every year as they reinvest the dividends and close to double the original death benefit in 20 years. The current cash values are $22,500 and $30,000 for the two plans. We will have close to $4 million in different assets, excluding my home by the time I retire, which will probably be in 2 to 3 years. I just don't see any risk of running out of money in retirement. My wife has more pre-existing health conditions than I do. If we do not use it, it will go to our kids as life insurance payout. Is it worth it to keep these two convertible whole life insurance policies? This is a tough one. I mean, you're paying a lot in premiums, so that is one of the reasons why that would argue against it. I guess I would want to know about your wife's pre-existing health conditions. You have so much money, you absolutely can self-insure. That's not an issue. I think the bigger question is the peace of mind worth it for you? And that is a separate question that I really would need to talk to you more about. I'm sort of on the fence because I want to know what her condition is, what the prognosis is, and how that plays out. Is it the kind of thing where we'll know in a few years if she might need this kind of insurance or not? Maybe we do give yours up versus hers. Maybe we keep hers in place for a little while. Get back in touch with us. I'd really like to know more, Dan. Okay, Stephen writes, a quick and simple question that warrants a quick and simple answer. Our current advisor charges 1.45% of the assets under management for an account that is valued at about $450,000. This is all retirement funds. Fees too high? For just asset management, it's just too high because you can do your own asset management for far cheaper. If this person is doing full-time financial planning and really helping you with other areas of your life, maybe not. But if it's just investing, that's too high. You can do things like hire a robo-advisor, do it yourself, and we can help you with that. So follow up with us. Okay, Stephen? Okay, Brenna writes, this is planning for future school. My husband is finishing his undergraduate degree this spring, and I will be finishing my master's. I'll be starting a full-time job making $85,000 next fall, and my husband will be taking the DAT and applying for dental school over the next few years. I'm 23. My husband's 24. Good for you guys. We thankfully have no debt, no car, no school loans. We've been able to get some savings with an estate that I received and through other jobs. We now have $50,000 between savings and a money market account. We are trying to decide how to best plan for paying for dental school and limiting that debt when it comes while still planning for retirement in the future. We'll have 2 years of working and saving before dental school begins. I wanted to put this money towards better use and have been wanting to put at least $14,000 this year into Roth IRAs since you can take it out for qualified education expenses, which dental school would be. My company will put 6% into a 401k whether or not I contribute. What would be your suggestion for the best use of our savings and preparing for dental school and retirement? I've been looking into the pros and cons of the Roth IRA, brokerage accounts, and a high-yield savings account. You know what I would do? Since this is just a couple of years, I would just get a 2-year CD and put a chunk of money in there. I like the Roth IRA money, and you can take it out for qualified education expenses, but I also like locking in some money where you know you're going to get, a 4 or 5% interest rate. So I don't think I would do a brokerage account or a high-yield savings account because I think those rates on the high yield savings are going to go down. Lock in the CD right now, and the brokerage account has too much risk for such a short period of time. But I do like the Roth suggestion, and you're right, you can get to the money. So maybe a good idea for you. Okay, this is Grace who writes, At the current high stock market level, is it wiser to do a Roth conversion or just take a distribution and invest it in my brokerage account? We don't need the money at this time. We do need to start getting money out of our 401k and IRA accounts. I'm 66 years old and retired with $2.2 million in pre-tax and $2.2 million in after-tax. We've been doing Roth conversions up to the 12% tax bracket since we retired in 2020, but those pre-tax accounts keep growing. I know, not a problem to complain about. We receive a pension of approximately $38,000 with no cost of living adjustment with a 75% spousal benefit. At full retirement age, our combined benefit will be $67,000. We spend about $110,000 per year, including taxes, trying to spend more, but it's hard to overcome that save brain. Trying to talk my husband into new countertops, LOL. I love listening to you guys every day. I've learned so much. I need some more courage to come on live. Thank you for all you do. Okay, Grace, I think that we should have a different conversation with you guys. Would you consider actually going up to the 22% bracket? That's where you're going to go anyway as soon as you take your Social Security. Right? Because that when you get that Social Security benefit, maybe you hold off till you're age 70, but you're going to have another $67,000 of income. You're probably going to be in the 22% bracket. So why not start converting up to the 22% level right now? That's where you're going to be. So good job at 12. But as you see, if you don't get more money out of those accounts, you're kind of stuck. So I say, here's your courage, not to come on the air live, but your courage is to pay at a 22% bracket and convert more of the money. I hope that helps. Okay, that's it. That's the program. If you would like to come on and join us, all you need to do is go to jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button. We'll get your note. If you want to come on live, you'll hear me when I do these email episodes where I'll say, oh, I need more information. It's so much easier because you're already there. We can ask the follow-up questions. So do that. While you're on the website, don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. We love when you do that because that really helps you kind of see all those stories you might have missed during the week. So I encourage you, sign up for the free weekly newsletter. Check out all the content that lives at jillonmoney.com. You can subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. And of course, try to do something nice for someone else today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.